Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news from three major central banks overnight. Firstly, an upbeat European central bank said this morning it will launch into quantitative easing next week, having increased its economic growth forecast for this year and next. It kept its super low rate settings unchanged. None of this will help the Greeks, though. They also said they will tie Greek funding to compliance with the bailout terms. In Britain, their local serious fraud office is investigating whether the Bank of England played any role in rigging money market auctions during the financial crisis. Meanwhile, the English central bank left all its settings unchanged in its latest review, which means it has kept rates unchanged for a full 6 years now. In Brazil, the central bank there has raised rates by 0.5% to 12.75% to restrain inflation. Inflation is high there at 7.4%, but growth has evaporated as estimates are showing it will be minus 0.5% this year. As we reported yesterday, Australia's David Murray called for new controls on their hot housing markets. However, later the RBA's Deputy Governor said imposing tougher lending rules and caps is unlikely to be very effective. US Treasury 10-year yields held on to yesterday's gains in New York and rose another 2 basis points to 2.12%. New Zealand swap rates slipped a little, but also steepened. In fact, the 210 curve is now at its steepest since the beginning of the year, at 27 basis points. The 1.5 is only half that. The crude oil price rose marginally today and is now at just on $51 a barrel, and the Brent crude price is just on $61 a barrel. The gold price is still treading water at $1,203 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar starts today substantially lower at 74.6 US cents, down more than 1 cent from this time yesterday, at 96.2 Aussie cents, which is also down about a cent, and the TWI is down to 78.8. The RBNZ's announcement that it is looking at targeting loans to property investors for new regulation seems to have been the trigger to sell off the New Zealand dollar. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.